the House Money Podcast on our NFL Week 9 show. I'm Easy and I'm the host. Joining me today, T-Bone.
T-Bone!
And Chalkboard.
Chalkboard.
Week 8, fellas, 3-1. Only loss was Indy, who couldn't get anything going. What's up with the Rams? It was a loser, then it was a winner, then it was a winner. But, hey, 3-1, I'll take it every week. Chalkboard.
Well, I think it's because they were out of the country. You know, had they been here, it would have been so American.
Yeah, I just think they
But at the end of the day,
interest.
they took care of it.
Well, I mean, I think they lost interest. I mean, that score stayed that way forever.
Right.
I mean, my God, it was 14 points. It just laid there.
But what happened in the final seconds is my point, because I was flipping back and forth. Because did any of y'all see it? Because it showed, at one time, it showed the score 24-16 with like 8 seconds left in the game.
Yes, I know what you're saying. No, I was in a bar, and I was drinking, and I was watching all these games. I did not see that game. So,
but no,
yeah.
when you lay 13.5, that was a big deal to the House Money crew.
Well, the funny thing is, I never really heard anything about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody, well, I guess when you lose, you lose. So
It was one of those rare weekends for me where I was actually unable to watch. I was traveling, so I didn't see. I just saw the final.
Oh, dude, it was crazy because it tripped me out. Because, like T-Bone said, it said at 24-10, like the entire second half.
There. It's almost like everybody lost interest in this fucking game. Excuse my language.
Yeah.
Lost interest in the game and
then with 6 seconds left, it suddenly turns to 24-16.
I can only imagine it was like maybe a touchdown that was overturned because of maybe I don't know, a receiver didn't have control or something like that. I mean, I really don't even know, to be quite honest with you.
Just seems like fate was on our side, though.
There you go. Well,
yeah, by the time we got a break.
No doubt. Hey, speaking of breaks, 9-3.
Nice segue.
Over the last 3 weeks. Nice job, gentlemen.
Yeah, I think we're rolling now. We're
Definitely feel like we've kind of caught a groove.
Yeah, we're going to get over the hump this week.
Well, I'll be honest with you. We're working our way back to 500, and we had dug a pretty significant hole. But we're working our way back to 500, and it's not even week 10 yet, so my compliments.
Oh, we were so far down in that well. I don't know if Lassie could have brought anybody back to get us, but we're taking care of stuff, man. We're coming back with a vengeance.
Oh, gee. On that note, somebody let the cat in, please.
Is that the cat?
I think so. Look at the door.
No, the cat can't open the door.
No, the cat can't open the door.
No way.
Golden radio.
There you go. Come on in, dog.
So
that is outstanding.
I guess we still don't know who let the dogs out, but now we know who let the cat in.
Wow.
T-Bone.
I tried to let the damn cat in earlier, so bitch didn't want to come in. Wow.
All right, fellas.
That is awesome. He was turning the doorknob. It's unbelievable.
Dude, he's insane. All right. This rolls into my stat of the week somehow or another. Check this out, fellas. Our Thursday night game, our Sunday night game, and our Monday night game, all home dogs this week.
I don't know if that was. I see that you're saying it to me, but looking at him,
is he trying to sell us on something?
We should just jump right in.
All right, let's do that.
Right, let's do this.
Thursday night, San Francisco 49ers at Arizona. Arizona plus 10, total 43. San Francisco 7-0 straight up, 5-2 against the spread, coming off a dominant performance against Carolina. Their defense is excellent, allowing only 11 points per game. Conversely, Arizona is allowing 27.9. They were playing well until basically they rode over New Orleans this past weekend. But a respectable 5-3 against the spread. Chalkboard, what do you got on Thursday night's game?
I like San Francisco. But actually, I don't want to jump into it like that with both feet. I would be remiss. I would be remiss if I didn't say, and we do this show collectively because we are a team. There's no I in team. We win together, we lose together. But I think when San Francisco just mauled Carolina last week, which I think I saw was their worst loss, I don't know if it was in franchise history, but I saw it in at least 15 years. San Francisco, I just feel like they're not going to have any problem. Not to mention San Francisco, I'm not even going to waste my breath talking about how dominant they've looked. Arizona, you're talking about Johnson's hurt. Chase Edmonds is now hurt. They brought in Kenyon Drake, who I think's been there for about half of an hour. He's going to be the starting running back.
I mean, I hope he plays well so we get a better draft pick.
This game just seems like this could just be easily 3 touchdowns to me. I mean, the only thing that would keep it from that is the fact of if San Francisco just doesn't want to score. We would have normally said San Francisco doesn't score that much, but they dropped 50 last week.
Did he pop an Adderall before he came in?
He's quite excited, isn't he? Jimmy?
I'm gonna borrow a line from T-Bone. It's hot in here. I got to lose his jacket.
I guess it's good you gave him this game first. Wow.
I will say this: Arizona can only win by running the ball. They can't run the ball against San Francisco.
There's no one to run.
No, T-Bone.
And the funny thing is, I almost want to put this on the back burner because there's so many other games I see. But wow, what a rousing! Wow.
The only thing
I have nothing to say here. I mean, Arizona is not. They are way better than they were last year. I mean, they're playing like everybody's like.
They're better, but it's just
Yeah,
they're just so grossly depleted right now.
Oh,
because it's a
yeah.
running team, and you have no. I mean, like I say,
Right.
Drake is going to start. Who's going to back him up?
Yeah, I'm assuming Murray's got to run a lot. Drake's going to be running. They'll be passing.
Murray will be running for his
they'll probably
life.
be passing the hell of the ball because they'll be down. I mean, their defense sucks. So, yeah. I mean, it went from 7 to 10. I mean, my God, you'll be lucky to get it at 10 at this rate.
Well, honestly, the only thing that would cause this to poke its head in the kitchen and possibly eyeball the burner would be that it's a Thursday game. If this was a Sunday game,
Yeah, the dreaded Thursday game.
the Thursday game is just—it's a curse. It's like the Madden curse.
I just feel like it's destined for the burner for a minute. I mean, I'm
Well,
not saying I'm not on it. But
It opened at 7, and it's already up to 10. How about the burner? Is that all right, chalkboard?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
It's not going anywhere.
It's not going in exactly.
Wow, I don't know if I can match that intensity, man. I thought that was pretty intense. Jesus.
And I didn't see that
Wow.
coming.
Wow.
All right. Speaking of intense, though, this Sunday night game is the game that we're all waiting for
Oh,
right here,
yeah.
fellas. New England at Baltimore. Baltimore plus 3.5, total 45. New England is 8-0 straight up, 6-2 against the spread. Off a 27-13 win over Cleveland. Sure they've beaten every team they play, but they only have one win over what I would consider a playoff team, and that was Buffalo in Week 4. Everybody else has just been terrible. Baltimore 5-2 straight up.
And Baltimore, Buffalo's not that good. Buffalo just got beat at home, drug at home by Philadelphia.
Good defense, no offense.
I guess that's going to segue into why I like Baltimore.
Baltimore 5-2 straight up, 2-4-1 against the spread, comes off a bye, and previously that impressive 30-16 win at Seattle. I only really have one question about this game, T-Bone, before you take off. Will Baltimore be able to run the ball against New England?
Here's the problem. I think what will happen, they'll probably load up the box because they're not going to let Lamar Jackson get off on them. Lamar is going to have to complete some passes to beat this team. I mean, you're going against the greatest defensive mind probably ever in Bill Belichick. Belichick is the defensive coordinator for this team. He calls the plays. That's scary. I mean, look at this defense. They're on a record pace. And that's the one thing that concerns me. But I will say this, to your point, they have not played anybody. They're not going to go undefeated. They're not that damn good. I mean, the running backs are so-so. The receivers, their team's kind of banged up, honestly. I mean, they had no Gronk. I mean, they've got Edelman. They got past Edelman. I mean, I don't know what they have. I mean, these teams they beat, they get in the heads of these quarterbacks. Having said that, this is so funny because his record against quarterbacks that are first or second-year quarterbacks and Jackson's a second-year quarterback. But Baltimore's at home. They're getting over a field goal, so you're getting the hook.
What was the record?
His record is unbelievable. I don't know if he's lost a game.
I was going to say, I think it's like unblemished. I think it's perfect against first and second year quarterbacks.
I don't think he's lost a game against first or second year quarterbacks. Ooh. But you're getting a field goal and a hook. At home. So I know the people are loaded up on New England. Everybody thinks New England is not the New England of 2009 or whatever year it was when they had Moss and all that shit. They're not that good.
They're not
the
going
AFC
undefeated.
Sucks. And they're not going undefeated. Somebody's going to knock them off. And I think Baltimore's got an excellent chance to do that.
Well, past this game, if you look ahead, I mean, is there another game that's going to be as challenging as this game?
No, really, maybe one or two. I had to look at the
They
schedule.
always lose at Jacksonville. I don't know what week they play
Miami,
them.
they used to lose at Miami, but Miami, they took care of business the first week of the season, so that's out of the way. Buffalo, they've already beat Buffalo at Buffalo.
Well,
Kansas City, sorry, chalkboard. Kansas City, December 8th, at Houston, December 1st.
Maybe at Houston.
That's about it.
Yeah.
The reason I bring it up is because I wonder if this would be like where, they know this is going to be the one shot not the one shot. There'll be other games, but it's like this is going to be the game that's really going to test them, and if they really get geared up for it, because otherwise, I feel like you're kind of leaning toward Baltimore.
Oh, I'm definitely leaning to Baltimore. I just feel like Baltimore is going to want this game. Baltimore had a bye leading up to this game,
right?
And Baltimore is not the Jets. I mean, the Jets are just they're a mess. I mean, they're not going to get in their heads like they did against what's his face, Darnold and all that.
Ghosts.
Ghosts.
Chalkboard, where you at?
I'm on Baltimore. I like Baltimore anyway. Baltimore had the bye week. They went to Seattle and just looked like world beater. I feel like they got positive momentum. They got rested. Whatever nicks they had, they got a little bit healthy. I feel like this is the game that New England could lose.
Oh, and they went out and got Marcus Peters at cornerback, so they've even strengthened up their defense.
And they're off a bye.
Yes.
Well, you guys have told me over the course of 2 seasons, it's like if you can get – I'm not prepared to say that they're just the overall better team, but if you can get this team and points at home, this just seems like – are these words coming out of my mouth?
I'm ready to fire. T-Bone, you ready to fire?
I'm ready to fire.
All right. T-Bone, since this came to you, this will come back to you. All right, here we go. Our official House Money Podcast play number 1.
The Ravens.
Excellent. Baltimore Ravens plus 3.5.
A home dog.
Love it. I was hoping you all would pick that and not make me bring it up. Speaking of home dogs, Monday night, Dallas at the Giants. The Giants plus 7, total 48. Dallas is 4-3 straight up, 4-3 against the spread, off their bye week, and a win over Philadelphia 37-10 last time out. The losses to New Orleans and Green Bay are explainable. I feel like they're a tier below those two teams, but the loss at the Jets, that one's still a head scratcher.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Giants 2-6 straight up, 3-5 against the spread. After looking good for a few games, the Giants have dropped now 4 in a row, including a loss at Detroit last weekend, 31-26. They played week 1 in Dallas, and Dallas won 35-17 as a 7-point favorite. Here they are again, chalkboard, this time in New York. What do you got?
Well, as you can tell, the way this line's moving, everyone seems to be on the boys.
Wow. Yeah. That's
it's a little bit of a
3
head
was an
scratcher.
insult, to be honest with you.
Honestly,
Only 3? I mean, wow.
But it did get up to 7.5. I'll tell you that.
Oh, so it went back down.
And it was back down. So I guess the powers that be felt like 7 was the number.
I will say Jones looked pretty good last week. Did he throw for 4?
Yeah, he came alive. And
kind of bounced back.
The thing was, Detroit was hammering them and let them back in the damn game, which goes to my whole choice cut. They got ruined. Oh, a backdoor cover. God damn it. So I don't know that New York, just garbage time BS is what all that was. So, yeah.
I mean, with that said, would you be tempted to take the Giants in the 7 because of Cowboys getting up big, the Giants playing at home?
I have no feel for this game. I'm not going to lie.
I like the Giants. No, dog. I think you're onto something there.
You know what I mean?
I'm not saying – if I had to pick, I'd probably take the Giants at home. Saquon Barkley is healthy. They got Golden Tate kind of going a little bit. They got a few
is
things.
there Slayton?
They got who?
There was a receiver I wasn't familiar with. I want to say it was like Slayton or something.
I don't know.
I think he caught 2. Ingram got a touchdown. They were spreading the ball around.
Yeah, so they got Ingram, they've got Tate, they got Barkley. But man, when Dallas is healthy, they're a pretty good team. So
with that said, is Amari 100%, or did I see something? He was a little nicked up.
Are we even putting this on the back burner? Is this some game we should just pitch to the side and roll on? That's what I'm feeling here. That's just all I'm feeling. Nothing in this game interests me. I'm not gonna lie to you.
All right, that's fine. But let's just
There's so many other games here.
All right.
There's so much more meat on the bone.
I'm just gonna write chalkboard and easy down next to this game because I want to. Okay.
It's a giant reminder.
I feel like off the air we'll probably hear it in some kind of parlay form or something. I don't know.
I like the sound of that. All right, fellas, that's the three we normally cover. So this is the part of the
wide open, baby.
This is the part of the show where I say who you like.
Yeah.
Go ahead, T-Bone.
Now this is how I've been cheating people this whole season. I started to think about this. I feel really bad about this. I'm a Miami Dolphin fan. They suck. I know this. But that being said, I predicted every Miami Dolphin game on the side, whether I take the points or I give the points, and I don't share this. Last week we said we liked the Dolphins getting points against Pittsburgh. I did. I don't know. Did we say that?
Yes.
No, you had mentioned it. You are the Dolphin Whisperer.
So here's the thing. The Dolphins were up 14-0. They did their usual bullshit second half antics. Fitzpatrick's out there throwing to the other team, act like he don't have a care in the world, doing stupid shit. We're fumbling the ball. We're doing this. We're doing that. Now, that's what you do when you're tanking a season. But the funny thing is the Jets are also tanking their season. Their season's over with. They've got one damn victory. They're rolling into Miami. Miami's getting 3 at home. Actually, I was hoping for the hook. It was 3.5. I guess it's down to 3. I thought it was more than that. Actually, it was like 4. But anyways, I think Miami might win this game straight up. Oh, I hate to say it. Oh, my God. But the Jets are horrible. And now they get the cinch in the locker room because they were trying to trade players at the deadline.
Did I hear Bell was one of those players?
Bell, the safety, Adams, Anderson, the wide receiver. All these guys were getting shopped, and they didn't even know it. Now they're pissed off. Right. The coach is an ass wipe. He used to be Miami's coach. He sucks. So if Miami's going to win one game this year, it's probably going to be this game or the Bengals. So...
Well, real quick, I love Miami in this spot. I love them straight up, dude. I'd take a money line playing this. I know that's not what we do on this show, because this is the game that they win this year. And I tell you what, Miami's looked a lot better. Went up 14-0 the other night against Pittsburgh, and they were into the game. They were excited. They're not good,
right?
No,
they're not good,
but they still try. That's the point. Like, you got teams like the Jets, the Bengals, Washington. They just suck. Miami at least tries. They're still playing hard.
Well,
now the front office tries to take them down a notch because they keep trading people every week. They put the best defender on IR yesterday, so now we don't even have a quarterback. I might rethink this.
It reminds me of that movie. I think Wild with
Major League,
right?
Major
where it's
League.
Like the owner keeps undermining the team because she wants them to lose, so they have to
peel clothing off in the locker room. Yeah,
but yet they keep pulling up. But all right, focus on where E brought that up. Do you feel like because they got up, their energy was flowing, and then they basically
I think the coaches do stupid shit to make them lose. I mean, look at the play. Right before the half, you're up 14-3. You blitz on 3rd and 20.
It was awful.
What the hell? Your best defender lets a guy go untouched into the end zone. He didn't even bump him at the line. He didn't jam him. He gave him a 10-yard cushion. He wasn't within 20 yards of him when he caught the ball, and he went in for a touchdown. I mean, that's just horrible. Second half, Fitzpatrick's back there just lobbing up bombs or getting picked off.
Well, I'm glad you said that. Fitzpatrick gives them just enough swagger to win this game.
Yes, Rosen
to win this game.
Yes.
Chalkboard, do you have any Jets love?
I have no Jets love. I actually am liking the Dolphins in this game, and with Fitzpatrick, because when they play Sunday, it will be No Shave November, and he's got a sweet beard. Wow. That's enough to sell me on this game with the points.
Here we go, T-Bone. I'm throwing this at you. Official House Money Podcast play number 2.
Unfortunately, the Fins.
And our second dog of the day.
Wow.
That is my
home
boys.
dogs. Home dogs.
You people.
Home dogs. God, it's kind of scary.
The Miami Dolphins +3. I like to mention that thing opened at Miami -1. Vegas is not Miami -1, and it went the other way. Vegas is not that bad on professional football. They might miss a college basketball game by 4 points. They're not missing a professional football game by 4 points like that, and not in that situation.
Is that why we've never gone into any small casinos out there? Hotels.
Yeah, there you go. Chalkboard.
Yeah. Well, segueing off of the Miami game, their opponents, Pittsburgh, I like Indy and Pittsburgh. So, set it up for me, please.
Let me set this up because I'm going to be interested to hear what side you're on because I like this game too.
I like this game.
The Indianapolis Colts at Pittsburgh Steelers, Pittsburgh +1. This game opened at the Steelers -2.5, and it's currently Pittsburgh +1. So all Monday, 63% is coming in on Indianapolis. Chalkboard, who do you like?
I like the Colts. I mean, I know it's shocking.
Oh, sweet. I like the Colts, too.
Ooh.
Yeah. How do you not like the Colts? Pittsburgh is beat up. They suck, man.
Well,
I'm sorry. Miami gave them that game.
They came back and won that game by running the ball and, settled your boy down. Connor's hurt.
Yes, yes.
I think Benny Snell got hurt, who was the backup.
So Samuel may play, but he's banged up.
He's nicked up.
And he's a small guy.
There's no shot they come back and beat Miami if they have to, rely on Rudolph.
No. Rudolph sucked. And Miami quit doing the things they were doing that was winning the game. The Colts are a
Why
good
did
team.
you get
They
away
won't
from
do
it?
that.
Right.
Yeah.
The Colts won.
Exactly.
The Colts have better talent, better coaching.
Well, we know why Miami got away from it.
Well,
Tua Tagovailoa.
did you say? I mean, it was still the first quarter when the crowd turned on your boy,
Oh, yeah.
booing and going.
Yeah.
I mean,
he sucks, dude. His accuracy. If you stock that line, stop that run, he's not going to beat you. And Indianapolis or the Colts are a complete team. They're not bad at all. They should take advantage of this.
Well,
how could you like Pittsburgh?
you know what it is.
Oh no, Pittsburgh, man, they suck, man. That's terrible.
Clearly,
all they got's a defense.
Clearly, what we're talking about is a Colt and a Dolphin. It's a totally different animal.
Oh yeah. Wow.
So, thank you, Jesus. So, but I am curious to see why Easy would be on Pittsburgh.
Yes. I
got no answer.
That's why we got to close the window when we're doing the show.
All right.
Token other.
What number are we? Chalkboard. Official House Money Podcast play number 3.
The Colts.
Damn, we are rolling tonight.
We're in the express lane at Kroger tonight.
Colts -1.
Wow, we done picked 3, and those are I highlighted 4 games, and we already picked 3 of them.
I love the first
5
2.
games.
Great minds. Since I feel like we snatched that one out from under you, do you want to throw it out to the room?
Well, I'm not scared. All right. I heard y'all mention this earlier, and this can only go one way. So, this is the game I got.
Oh, and Pittsburgh played on a Monday night, one less day of rest.
There you go. Indy -1. The Detroit Lions at the Oakland Raiders. Oakland -2. Opened at -1.5. It currently sits at the Raiders -2. I love Oakland in this spot, fellas. Oakland's losses are to Kansas City, Minnesota, Green Bay, and Houston. All playoff teams, and arguably they should have won 2 of those games.
Oh, they were beating Houston with, a minute something to go in the game? They even kicked the guy in the face and still.
And their wins are over Denver, Indianapolis, and Chicago. All decent teams. Not great teams, but good enough for 3-4 straight up and 4-3 against the spread. They come off 2 straight losses at Green Bay and at Houston, where they could have probably won both of those games. They could have probably won both those games. But I love this stat right here. Check this. Oakland has been an underdog in every game they've played this year.
Wow. What's the record? What are they, 3-4?
3-4 straight
4.
up, 4-3 against the spread. Detroit, 3-3-1, barely beat the Giants this past weekend, 31-26. And before that lost 3 in a row. All the good teams, though. All the good teams.
Yeah, I mean, they've been very competitive. They should have beat Green Bay at Green Bay.
And one more thing. And Detroit has a look-ahead factor with a huge game at Chicago next weekend. So I think this is a great spot for the Raiders here. I think they're the better team. I think it's a gift at 2. One of you two sell me on Detroit.
I'm passing to the Raiders fan. No, I'm passing to the Raiders fan.
It's terrible because it's kind of like your Miami thing. It's like, I'm a huge Raiders fan. My whole life, it's like I would love for them to win this game. I think it's just because I've seen them in a spot like this before where they are primed. To your point, this is a game they should win, could win, and then they just let you down. And maybe it's just years of disdain. I want them to win. I want them to win so bad.
No.
The only other thing that's kind of whatever is we were both kind of high on the Lions, but I think this is the Raiders' game to win.
Dude, this is 2019, and I'm looking at the resume in front of me. T-Bone, tell me why we should be on Detroit.
I liked Oakland before I walked in the room. Now, I'm not saying I liked it as much as I play, but I was on Oakland before we even started.
Silver and black draws you in.
So I can't. Yeah, I can't.
All right,
really.
so let's just put it on the burner.
Detroit, to me, they just traded away one of their safeties. They've kind of pissed off the locker room. They're not happy, and like you said, they should have crushed New York, and they let them back in the damn game. and they're on the road. It's in Oakland. Oakland's not been at home in a while.
I was going to say,
the crowd's going to be going crazy.
Schedule set up to where I think they play 3 home games in a row right now.
Well, the last 2 was at Green Bay and at Houston.
Right.
I mean,
so the home crowd's going to be rolling. I mean,
what do you think, Chalkboard?
I'm not saying I just like a few games more, but I'm not saying I don't like Oakland.
All right. That's fine. You know,
I mean, you want to put it on the back burner? I like it.
No, I mean, it's...
I feel like I'm not getting enough love from the Oakland fan himself.
That's why, because I want to say it. We both have teams that we're fans of, and you know how it is. We always talk about it's hard to put your money on your head and your heart together. They hardly ever hit at the same time. I like Oakland.
With Miami anymore, I don't give a shit. I'm all about the green now.
Who's up?
He's so disgusted.
Who's got one? You got one? I got one?
Go ahead.
All right. Here's a game I love. Chicago at Philadelphia.
Let me set it up because I know how you like to go. Chicago at Philadelphia. Philadelphia -5. It opened -3. It's currently Philadelphia -5. 65% on Philadelphia. T-Bone, where you at?
Oh, Philadelphia. Philadelphia to me is starting to round out. Their schedule's going to start getting a lot easier. I think they still got a shot to win their division. Chicago, Trubisky sucks. He's freaking horrible, man. You can only live with that defense for so long, but their quarterback situation is so horrible. They couldn't even rely on him last Sunday, and they ended up losing a game at home to freaking the Chargers, and the Chargers suck. And you're going to go to Philadelphia, and no, easily a touchdown, if not more. I'm saying 10-plus points in this game they're going to win by. Philadelphia.
Chalkboard.
I just think they'll crush them.
I have to agree with everything you're saying. I mean, I enjoyed the Oakland talk, but if you made me pick between those 2 games, I would take this game over Oakland.
I just think Philadelphia smashes them. I don't even think it's going to be a game.
I agree with y'all, to be honest with you. I'm all over Philadelphia on this, too. I think Chicago's a train wreck. I mean, they're a dumpster fire. They're done.
Yeah,
it's a combination. It's like Philly's
they're
rounding
not getting off this quarterback,
right,
and he sucks. It's like, okay.
Well, and even like the coach and some of this play calling, I mean, it's just horrific. It's a combination as much as like the Bear, like you say, dumpster fire, train wreck, whatever you want to call it, and like the Eagles are just starting to spread in their wings and fly. So
Wow.
God, that's not good.
I've introduced this game and he came in with that. Wow.
I feel
Teed him up.
Philly feels like a gift here. So T-Bone, here we go. Official House Money Podcast, play number 4.
The Eagles.
Philadelphia Eagles -5. I hope we can get it at that number.
I don't care if we get it 6. I don't care if we get 5.5, 6, 6.
Yeah.
I think they're going to destroy them.
Double digits, yeah.
Yeah, you'll get it in early tomorrow. I mean, if it went from 3 to 5 to 7 by the time you're there tomorrow, that would be.
Chicago cannot keep up with them on offense.
Oh, no.
They can't. No. They can't put up enough points to win this game.
No. We've talked about that on this show.
I watched Philadelphia Green Bay. They lit Green Bay up at Green Bay. Now, they've been up and down, but their schedule is getting easier, and they're getting healthier. So, yeah, I think they're.
So, Chalkboard, we have 4 plays already. I'll be honest with you. With our record the last 3 weeks, I'm not scared to keep firing. So, I mean, tell me what other games we got. What else y'all thinking about out there?
Well, just because we normally always hit Thursday night, Sunday night, Monday night, I feel like every time there's one across the pond, we talk about it, whether we go with it or not. What do you guys feel about Houston and Jacksonville?
Ooh, man, that's
any feel, T?
No. No, I mean, I swear to God, I kept going back and forth, and it's like, you should love Houston.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You're giving less than a field goal. It's a neutral game. Houston's got the superior team. I mean, you got Watson, now J.J. Watt's out, so that's a huge loss on defense. I mean, this guy wreaks havoc, and they're missing him, so I mean,
he's gone for the season, and he tore pectoral or something.
I feel like I want to love Houston, but I feel like some reason Jacksonville's could possibly upset them. I know it sounds bizarre. I don't know how to frame that any better than that. I mean,
I think anytime it's tough when you got division rivals like this, and
why is it down to 1.5? It was 3. It's down to 1.5. I mean, everybody is jumping on Jacksonville, betting Jacksonville to bet it down, and it's like I'm trying to figure out why. I mean, is Foles coming back? But Minshaw, whatever, he's been playing decent. So, I mean, I don't think that makes much of a difference. I mean, I don't know. Is it because J.J. Watt's out of the game, not playing? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, do you feel like that opens up the middle for Fournette to run? I mean,
man, I don't know. I mean, Houston, if Watson starts airing it out, they'll make him play catch up, so you could negate the running game with Jacksonville. I don't know.
It's similar to the game we just went over, where it's like,
but Jacksonville's been playing without Jalen Ramsey, their best defender, so they're still, playing well. So it's so weird. I just don't have enough of a feel on this game. It sounds crazy. I should love Houston, but I don't know.
Not to mention, I think the kickoff's like at 9:30 U.S. time. So
Yeah.
I would be on Jacksonville there. I'm glad to see y'all stay away.
Yeah, something about Jacksonville. I don't know what it is.
Right.
I can't,
Let's talk. Let's move on to this game right here. Let's talk about. I can't believe y'all didn't bring this up. Tampa Bay at Seattle. I feel like this would be a game y'all would want to talk about. Me just bringing it up, y'all know what side I'm on. So tell me, what? Not you, Chalkboard. T-Bone, tell me. Seattle -6. Tell me why Seattle's the play.
I know it's so weird. I almost circled that as one of my games when I came in, and I don't know what's thrown me off of it. Seattle's kind of looked a little. Seattle's not that great at home, and it sounds bizarre. They've lost all their games at home this year. I mean, that's the funniest part of everything. You're just like, Baltimore came in and waxed them at Seattle. Who else has beat them at Seattle? They've gotten beat every
Baltimore.
I say that because I'm on Tampa Bay this weekend. I like Tampa
I thought
Bay.
you were on Seattle.
No, that's why I want you to sell me on Seattle. I like Tampa Bay.
I mean, I want to like Seattle, but it's like they're not playing that great at home.
So then let's like Tampa Bay.
I thought
We've talked about Tampa Bay ad nauseum. You just don't ever know what you're going to get with Tampa Bay.
Oh, that is true, man.
But he sucked last weekend, so he will be good this weekend.
Oh, Winston? Oh,
it's kind of like that. He's like the freaking stock market or something.
That is true. I mean, man, when you get Evans and was it Goodwin? Going. I mean, man. I mean, that pass offense is. It's pretty lethal.
He could literally throw 4 touchdowns or 4 interceptions.
Seattle is not that great on defense. Like, you would think because, they're living off that pass reputation. Their defense is not that great. They're not that great at home this year.
To me.
Well, they're not great at home at all. They suck at home. So.
I don't know. I mean, I think it's not a similar team, but Baltimore and Tampa Bay, Tampa Bay might be a poor man's Baltimore. Who knows? But Baltimore won.
A homeless man's.
How poor of a man are we talking right here?
Chalkboard had to close one eye when I said that to picture that. I looked over, he was like, what?
God damn.
All right. No love for Tampa Bay here. I can tell. All the dogs have left the building.
I feel like I've talked about all the games. I really feel now. There's one more game I see that kind of Green Bay at the Chargers. I mean, 2 teams going in. I mean, I know the Chargers won, but my God, they won a woeful game at Chicago. It seemed like nobody wanted to win. I mean, no offense. I mean, Rivers is about done. I mean, man, Green Bay going out there laying 3.5 points.
So you get the hook at home for the team coming off the win, but I'd be on the Packers.
Yeah, well, think about it. Who's going to be invaded? You're going to have more Packer fans in that stadium than you are Charger fans. So, in essence, the Packers are going to have a home game laying less than, I wish it was a field goal, but 3.5 against a team that can't score that much. And Rodgers has been red hot. I mean,
the Packers are 3-0 against the spread on the road, versus. Well, go ahead.
I'm not. I mean, I don't want to interrupt y'all, but if y'all kicking this game around. Would you like this game better than San Francisco and Arizona? Do you like San Francisco better than whatever it is mush you're trying to make out of Green Bay?
I think they're both pretty.
I feel like that's that anti-Green Bay sentiment that kind of comes from that side of the table.
I hate the Packers.
No, like I say, Green Bay is 3-0 on the road against the spread.
Green Bay could be the best team in the NFL.
The Chargers are 0-3 at home against the spread. I mean, the thing that would put me on this game versus the other one is the freaking Thursday deal. This is a Sunday game.
I hate Thursday games. Oh.
Thursdays just don't seem to go the way that they should. They don't go according to script. You know what I mean?
Fantasy football, betting, anything and everything. Oh, yeah.
I mean, those couple of days matter, I guess.
Well, do you feel is it even a play? I mean, would you kick it to the curb? You can kick them both to the curb. We got 4 plays right now.
Yeah, I mean, I'm good. I'm good with what we got.
I know we were kind of feeling ourselves as we've been on quite the road lately. I mean, I could be talked into a fiver. I mean, what do you think about the Pack?
I mean, how do you go against the Pack? I want to say something. Who can talk me out of the Pack?
Is Devontae Adams ever coming back, or?
Oh wow, that's a.
Is this something like? Could this be the week?
They've been rolling without Devontae Adams because that damn.
I like it when you try to name all the receivers. By the way.
Oh my God.
Here's the Chargers wins. Chicago, who's terrible, and they won by 1, and Miami. who we know.
And Miami played with them the whole first half.
Yeah.
Wow.
And they beat Indianapolis the first week.
How did that happen?
I think that was the first week without luck. They didn't kind of really know what they had yet.
Wow.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
I mean, the Chargers are historically a second part of the season kind of team. Do you think they could rally and get a? I mean, because I mean, they're sitting there right now at 3-5. They just came off that win. This would be a huge
you want to put
momentum builder.
If you want to put it on the burner, I don't have a problem with that. I mean, we could go with the 4 games we got. I'm happy.
Here's the problem: if you put it on the burner, then it's going to go up against San Francisco and Arizona. We just had this conversation.
We don't have to pick any other games. We could keep on going through the rest of the schedule and see if we like anything else. I don't care.
No, I'm down with 4. I'm down with 4. Hold on.
I mean, do we see anything else out there?
Here's the deal. So we're at about 35 or 36 minutes right here. We can start to wrap this up, and
Yeah, if you got anything else you want to go over.
I mean.
Hey, what about Minnesota, Kansas City? Might as well throw it out there real quick. It's a nice matchup. What do you think about that?
Kansas City plus 2.5 at home.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, you have no Mahomes again. I mean, Moore, do you feel like he looked pretty serviceable?
Yeah, I mean, I think they designed the offense around him to what he can do. And, my God, they can still score. I mean, Minnesota, to me, I just don't know what I'm getting with Minnesota. They've been looking better lately.
Thielen playing?
I don't think Thielen's back.
I don't think he is either. Hold on, I can look that up for you.
I don't know. I thought I saw that he was good.
I mean, is Kansas
Even
City,
if he's back, he's got a hamstring injury.
Is Kansas City really going to lose all these games at home? They have now lost, 3 games at home?
Yeah, they're 1-3 at home.
Wow. That is amazing. I mean, and they I kicked off my mic.
Questionable. Dude, you just unplugged your headphones.
T-Bone is now questionable, ladies and gentlemen. Actually, he's playing hurt.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, there you go.
Jeez, I'm back in. All right.
All right. Adam Thielen's listening to this questionable this weekend. I don't think y'all got. Go back to damn. I either say take no games or.
I'm good. I'm good where we're at. I'm good.
I know you are so anti-cheesehead that you're either going to say no game or the Niners.
The more games you bet, the more chances you got to lose. Your odds are better.
Or the more chances you got to win.
I like the.
Statistically, you're correct.
I like the symmetrical. That's not the word. Synchronicity. That's not the word.
Symmetry?
Symmetry. That's the word.
Symmetry.
I like the symmetry of 2 favorites and 2 dogs for week 9.
That's why me personally, I'd like to have one more favorite, but that's just me, as I am the chalkboard. But
I feel like
we've been doing well with 4.
I feel like if I knocked out any game at all, I don't know. I keep looking at Miami. I don't know what to say about Miami.
We already got them.
I picked every game.
We already got them
so far. So
yeah,
we'll see.
You've been on the Dolphins, and we would have to hold on to that one.
Hopefully, I won't jinx them.
Ironically, the same thing. Well, I mean, we didn't go with the Raiders, so it's like I know what you're talking about when you were talking about your home team. So
we should have went with the Raiders.
But do you like the Raiders more than San Francisco?
Sounds like a Raider stepchild.
For the first one of the year.
Yeah, there you go.
RSC back in the house.
Hashtag RHSC. The Oakland Raiders -2 this weekend at home, ladies and gentlemen.
Woo! Done brought out of mothballs.
Giving out gifts.
The redhead stepchild. This feels like a gift, honestly, fellas. I'm disappointed the show itself ain't on it, but my fans.
It's Halloween and we're treating it like Christmas, giving out gifts.
So it's like the sun will come out tomorrow out of the black hole, is what you're saying.
Chalkboard, crystal ball prediction.
We're already at that part.
Sanu last week, did he do anything for you?
You know, I think I gave too much credit because I know they. Did you see the story about like Brady offered him his 12 jersey? Because that's what Sanu wore in Atlanta. Wow. Of course, it was like a goof.
What? Yeah.
He didn't get traded till Tuesday. I probably put too much pressure on him. He actually sent me a text. My bad, Muhammad. I'll hit you up later. This week, I'm going to go in a different direction. Little shout out to my boy T-Bone. I'm going to call. Because I don't know if we ever get to give any Dolphins love in the chalkboard portion of the show.
Jesus.
Let me get my pen ready for this.
Oh.
All right. I'm throwing out there because of lack of weapons, Mark Walton will get a touchdown this weekend.
Who?
The running back for the Dolphins. Oh, my God. I had a chance to get him off the waiver wire, and I refused.
He actually used to have a room with John Boy. And now Walton is out on his own.
Oh, my God. The Black Walton. Okay.
If it helps us cover that +3,
The half-brother Walton.
I will never. The chalkboard will never go against the spread again, or against the pick.
What?
Mark Walton, TD.
if that helps us score that +3, I'm into it. T-Bone, choice cut.
Oh, yeah. These choice cuts have really been rolling here lately, like that backdoor cover by the freaking Giants. I'm going to take the pack. I'm taking the pack.
Nice.
Giving the 3.5 on the road. It'll be Packer heaven in L.A. this weekend, and they're going to take advantage of it.
I'm telling you what, between the choice cut and the redheaded stepchild, this could be like a 6-0, worst case 5-1 type. I like all these picks. I like Mark Walton.
I'll be honest with you. I really do, too. I don't know about that Green Bay thing, but the rest of them I'm all over. Speaking of which, our social media, get the opportunity, please follow us on Twitter at HouseMoneyPod. I'm the host. I'm at easy_housemoney chalkboard.
Chalkboard can be found at chalkboard, CHALKBORED_HM.
Awesome. Shout out to our executive producers, Dallas Jenkins. Fellas, tomorrow night, Halloween. Any plans?
Might take the kids out. Take the grandkids out.
Look at you.
Wow. Yeah. No plans.
No plans. All right, chalkboard. Well, then you can sit.
Actually, you come by the crib and I'll be passing out chalk.
I'll watch that game after Halloween.
That's what I was going to say. You can sit down and watch San Francisco and Arizona.
Yeah.
There you go. Roll it up. Speaking of which, we're House Money Podcast, and we're out.